Is it because I had my microphone recording volume turned down to 75% this entire fucking time since we started recording?
Maybe.
Yeah, it is. This podcast is rated T for Teen.
Sul, Barish.
Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to the second episode of Woohoo, a Sims podcast with Gabrielle
and Jovelle.
This episode is being recorded on February 19th, 2021.
You did it.
I did.
You did it right this time. Finally, you do something right.
Practiced. I made sure I was going to get that
Every
right
morning you wake up and you're like, 2021.
I'm like, hundreds of people heard me say 2020 instead of 2021.
Embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
Hundreds.
Thank you guys so much, because we literally have hundreds of listeners. We expected, like 4 people to listen? Yeah. Like half of our family that we told to listen to the episode.
I don't even think anyone in my family has listened to it.
My sisters both listened. The support has been real.
Yeah, my dad was calling it a blog. He's like, how's your blog? I was like, it's a podcast. Thank you for showing interest.
Okay, I was going to save this for the shoutouts, but I can't wait. I have to bring it up right now. So we had a comment on our YouTube video that's just like cracks me up so bad. If you guys didn't know, if you're listening on Spotify, Podbean, or Apple Podcasts? Apple Podcasts. I always do that. You can also find us on YouTube. We don't have video yet, but we have audio.
We never will because I'm ugly.
Nah, we'll do it. We gotta
I'll
give
have
the
a bag
people
on
what
my
they
head.
want. We'll get like 5 ring lights, so we look really good.
We'll put the camera like way high up. We'll be wearing turtlenecks. Full drag makeup.
Let's just dress like Jeff Bezos and like put on bald caps and a hide.
Yeah, and be terrible to our employees. I have a whip.
Oh, get ripped.
Oh. I like get a whip.
Okay,
I was
everybody
like,
knows.
He's such a horrible person. He's just whipping his employees. Yeah.
Also, everybody knows what Jovelle does in her free time now. But
nothing.
We already knew it was wicked.
Nothing.
Wings.
I'm so horny. I'm just whipping myself.
Flagellation. Okay, so we had a comment on our YouTube video. So Raisin233 said, "Who are you in the picture?" Raisin233, I just want you to know it's both of us. There are 2 people on this podcast.
I'm assuming he meant you.
I mean, I don't fucking know.
If anyone would have a friend on Facebook, it'd be you. That would just be like some random creepy guy who's like friends with your uncle or something.
I only have 100 friends on Facebook.
Oh my god, selective.
Yeah, this dude's just some random dude. We did get one of my old coworkers from Royale who said, "Hi, Gabrielle, miss you." Miss you too, Brian.
That's nice. Thanks, Brian.
All right, so it's been 3 weeks. How's the podcast fame been treating you? You signing a lot of autographs?
Oh, man. I've been so depressed.
Real quick, before we get into the news, I wanted to mention that if you hold out until the end of the episode, I know it's hard to do. We can be unbearable.
Terrible. Horrible people.
But we do monthly Sims challenges. We do a create a Sims challenge and a build challenge at the end of the episode. So if you want to participate in that, that would be really cool. We'd love to have some people sending in their creations to our community. It's part of this podcast. We want to see other people's stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you want to get into the news? We should have gotten alcohol. Yeah. Speaking of alcohol, happy 21st birthday to not only The Sims, but my younger brother, Zach. His 21st birthday was on the 9th.
I did not know where that was going.
Yeah,
happy birthday, Zach.
The Sims is 21. Same age as my brother, actually. So, in honor of The Sims' 21st birthday, we kind of invented a drink.
Gabby invented it, and I said, okay. Because I don't know alcohol things.
That's kind of how this podcast was started.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. That's factual information.
So the drink is called a red Plum Bob. It is 2 ounces of mango Malibu, 4 ounces cherry 7-Up, and a tahine rim. And if you don't know, tahine is like a Mexican seasoning that they put on fruit. It goes really well with mango and pineapple mostly, and cucumber.
That's what it is.
Make it for yourself. Tell me if it's terrible. Tell me if I'm the worst. Contact us.
Please tell us something.
There's hundreds of you listening, and we did not receive one angry message on Twitter.
I demand anger.
The best we got was, which one are you in the picture? Can that be our first merch item?
Yes. It has to show, it just has to be a picture of that with their like little name.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, let's do that. And also, I want to do a beanie that has embroidered #SorryDrewCarey. The Sims team made an announcement hinting at the involvement of CC creators to release a surprise on February 25th, 2021.
That's soon.
Yeah, 6 days. That'll be the 21st anniversary gift. I actually think I have like a full quote here.
If there's not a butter churner, I'd be so
oh,
upset.
you're going back to EP1, baby. We want to churn some fucking butter. So Lumia Sims, which is, I believe, one of the Sparked creators from the TV show. Lumia Sims on Twitter hinted they may be involved in the Sims anniversary update. The creator is known for body hair, skins, presets, and sliders. They're also known for CC stuff packs. I believe one was called the Teen Style Stuff Pack. And they also make height sliders. So it seems like maybe a Create-a-Sim update.
That would be
but I don't know the other creators involved or anything like that. It seems that Lumia Sims is the only one I found that like made any kind of hint because his birthday was the same birthday as The Sims. And he posted The Sims France. They had like a not so subtle hint. Releasing and subsequently deleting a tweet revealing involvement of CC creators. So it basically said, we'll be working with 21 CC creators to make this update. And then they took it down once everybody was like, so now we know this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Sims US team, all they really did is like hint at it.
It's just like a better ball pit.
They just use this whole update to just fix the ball pit.
Yeah.
Oh
they need 21 CC creators.
Okay, so those of you who are not already aware, the Catastrophe of the Sims ball pit, it's an item that came with the Sims 4 toddler stuff pack. And it's basically a 2-dimensional drawing of a bunch of balls that like bounces up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't look great. It does look a little bit better than when they first put it out there, though.
It. Yeah. They could do even better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're hoping for.
The news of the 21 CC creators being involved and the new movement that The Sims is doing for Black History Month is, so they're doing a hashtag Black Players Make The Sims, and they're shouting out a bunch of CC creators from the Black community. And they're also doing another one called hashtag You Make The Sims, where you can send in your creations, and they're highlighting basically the Sims community. It seems like what they're trying to do is like involve people more in the process of fixing The Sims because they know how pissed we are.
Yeah.
It seems like they're trying.
That's good that they're at least trying, because I remember when they were like, you're lucky you even get anything at all. And people were like, what the fuck?
So the combination of the hashtag You Make the Sims movement and the involvement of CC creators has me and I think a bunch of other people from the community wondering if we're going to be getting finally like a diversity update to The Sims. Get some more curly hair.
Yeah.
Body hair would be so cool.
I love my body hair mod. I use it for like every guy.
Yeah, I used to use it too. I remember when I had The Sims 3 Supernatural, I would always make all of my Sims just like so hairy.
You know, Austin Powers was one of the first movies that I watched that I remember being like about sex. And now I'm really attracted to people with like hairy chests. And I think that stems from that.
So other people such as Antoinette Muller at Extra Time Media are speculating that maybe there's a food or cooking overhaul in the works, pointing at some food-related tweets done by Sim Guru Frost recently, as well as, I don't know if you remember this, do you remember the Chef Pig photo that Sim Guru George was like sending out all year last year? He was like hiding it in all of his posts.
No.
It's an item on The Sims. Let me pull it up.
Okay, because I'm very curious.
This Chef Pig.
What? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what that's about, but I thought I'd throw it in here that was another... I'm leaning more towards a Create a Sim update. From disappointment to even a dine-out fix, the community is buzzing with interest in what is to come on February 25th with the anniversary update. All right, so here's the big one. The big one. So The Sims 5 is in the spotlight again, baby! All of us have speculated for a very long time that The Sims 5 is under development, but we may finally have some real news on specific components to the game. It's fucking happening. We have some... It's not just another, they posted a job. What's it called? A job...
Posting?
Yes.
Just posted a job posting.
Yep, that thing.
Or they do like those like fake YouTube videos that are like The Sims 5, and then it's like a different game.
I never believed those.
I always fall for it.
So EA CEO Andrew Wilson said in January 2020 that multiplayer elements and online elements are going to be added to the game.
So I've never really been an online player besides Toontown, obviously. Number one game in the world.
Club Penguin.
I'm not super excited about that.
Well, okay, let me throw another, like, multiplayer game like that at you that you love. Animal Crossing. Say you create your own entire Sims neighborhood and your friend can just come visit your neighborhood as their Sim.
That's true.
I do know that it's being prototyped in Unreal Engine, which, let me see what the other games...
Wasn't The Sims 4 supposed to be that? And then they, like, changed everything last minute, and that's why it wasn't complete.
That's why we didn't have pools, toddlers. Yeah.
So
well, The Sims 4 didn't even get prototyped to be online, though, I believe, when they were originally, like, building up the game. Yeah. I think that they, like, wanted to add it in later. I'm not sure, though. I'm just talking out my ass.
Quit farting.
Another game that was sourced in Unreal Engine is Fortnite. Dead by Daylight. Yeah, these are not
games that I wanted The Sims to be like.
No, because they're all fun games. They're like good computer games. They're fun online games to play with other people. But it's like, we're not trying to play Second Life, you know?
Yeah. We have Second Life already.
Yeah.
It's cringy enough.
I think I would be down for like a Animal Crossing style, you build your own world and then people can come visit you, whatever. I'd be down for that. But I don't know about like an open world. I would love for it
to have like story features. Kind of how like the Sims 1 and Sims 2. I don't know if the other ones like on the console have that like little story mode.
I did see that it's going to be multiplayer akin to The Sims 2 on console, but that could have been a rumor. I don't know if that was directly from EA. So another thing people are speculating about, because they're talking about making it like an online game, is if it's going to be subscription based.
But like, what if you don't have the money 1 month? You just like can't play The Sims?
Maybe you would only be able to play offline. I'm not sure how that would work. You'd at least have to buy base game for sure. So no matter what, I think people are going to have to buy base game. Here's where I think a subscription service would be okay. Because I'm not for it. I have spent over $600 on The Sims. Mm-hmm. I added it up. All the packs. This is without bundles and stuff, which I only think I did one of. And without including like the sales, which I think I only took advantage of like twice. I spend a shitload of money on The Sims anyways. And, like, they're coming out with, 2 expansion packs, 2 expansion packs, 2 game packs, and a stuff pack a year, right?
I think so. I actually don't even pay attention.
That's over $100. And I buy every pack. I think I'd almost save money paying, like, $10 a month.
That's scary.
So the biggest thing that I saw, the reason that they want to make it like an online like experience and have it like a more open game, is that they want to be able to combine the gallery and like compatibility between PS, like PlayStation, Xbox, and PC gamers. So they want it to be cross-platform. Not only would the game become cross-platform, but then everybody has all the packs. Everybody has the same content. All right, so that's all the like pros that I had for that. I don't really. The cons that I have are like, if you can't pay for your subscription 1 month, what happens?
Yeah. Reality for us.
Yeah, I'm
2 bitches bad
legitimately homeless.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have more cons? Let's talk about this.
I'm scared to see what it looks like. I'm scared it's going to be like too realistic looking, or that it's going to be like too cartoonish, which you won't really mind. I was watching this show. Okay, you've been watching that Firefly show, right? Yes. Okay, you know the Johnny guy that the blonde lady like is in love with and like marries? Long hair.
He has like long brown hair. Company or not the record, wherever they.
He's like the manager.
Yeah.
He looks like a Sims 3 character to me.
He does.
His eyes are like that weird like oval shape, and they're like weirdly glossy, like how their eyes are. Like his face looks like a preset Sims 3 face, and that's all that I can think about when I watch. Like he's hot, but like he looks like a hot Sims 3.
I'm going to be hyper-focused on his face next time I watch that
It's wild, Gabby. When you notice it, it doesn't go away. Especially in, like, the 80s, because that's, like, the weird hair they would have had in The Sims 3, because it started when, like, scene kids were a thing, so there was, like, all these, like, weird long hairs.
Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about it.
You can always go back to The Sims
Speaking of The Sims 2.
Oh, I forgot.
I have some news for you. So there has been a Sims 2 revolution started on Twitter with a full-on change.org petition.
Yeah.
To continue the sale and distribution of The Sims 2. People are so pissed that they can't get a hold of it, and people who have only played The Sims 4 are starting to hear about The Sims 2 from people like us who have always played The Sims, and now that they want to start playing it, you know, the Gen Zs, they don't sit back and stay quiet.
With their middle parted hair and their boot cuts.
Fight for what they want.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Yeah. Rockin' Gen Z. My boyfriend's a Gen Z.
My coworker Emma, she's Gen Z, and I like to teach her about things because she was raised super religious and like doesn't know about all this cool shit. And she's 22. So I was like, I'm going to bring you the Austin Powers movies to work because you've never seen them. So I brought both of the DVDs, and they were both empty.
Oh,
It was so sad. I was like, God damn it.
She's just like,
She just laughed. She's so funny. We, like, got her cupcakes for her birthday, and then we all ate them before she got there, and then we got her new dessert, and then she thought it was so funny. Like, she was not mad at all. She was like, it's so funny that everyone ate all my cupcakes. She's like, I don't even like cupcakes. It's fine. I was like, that's cool. That's great.
I also heard that The Sims 2 is still being sold in the Apple Store.
Really?
I, like, came across that in my research.
So we can still play it if we already have it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was scared about.
They want Origin to bring it back. They want it brought back.
So, like, actually buy it through Origin.
Yeah, and I don't know why they don't. I mean, it's
people
the
pay good money
best
for that shit.
Sims game. They just charge the fucking $40 for it. People would rather pay it for that, honestly. You're selling The Sims 4 for $5. You can't sell The Sims 2 for like $10.
I know.
And make a shitload
when you
of
gave
money.
it away for free like 6 years ago.
So if you want to sign that petition, you can go to change.org and search Sims 2. Well, it's speculation and gossip, which I just wanted to... I was going to, like, bleed over the Sims 5 talk into that, you know?
Yeah.
But I did want to touch real quick. I figured I'd put it in gossip instead of news because it's about people's lives. Okay. And I feel weird about talking about this anyways, but I'm just going to brush over it because it's, like, part of the Sims community. Mm-hmm. Plum Bella was bullied on Twitter recently. My girl. Keeping that in. So, my girl Plum Bella was bullied on Twitter recently. I'm not gonna name the person specifically just in case people feel like...
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey!
He stood up for you, and now look what you've done. You bullied Plum Bella.
Well, actually, it was Pixelade's manager. Ooh. Yeah. But he actually severed ties. She was fired, and he did a public apology, I guess, on Twitter. I think he made a YouTube video as well, but I'm not sure. I didn't watch it, but... Yeah, all she did was, like, talk about her political opinions, and they were trying to, like, get her canceled. She just...
The fuck?
I believe what she said. I'm all of this is alleged right here, because I don't have exact quotes. But I believe all she said was that, like, some politician where she's from isn't doing enough to prevent COVID and, like, the spread.
I'm sure she's right.
Nobody is doing enough. Literally no one. Like, it's
Maybe
not
Australia.
gone yet. There's still cases. So, obviously, we're not doing enough.
It's not even real, though, so...
So, I just wanted to touch on that. COVID's not real.
We have it here, folks. COVID's not real.
Hot take.
Hot take. Here's the tea. COVID's not real, you fucking sheeple.
Oh, God.
I'm the new Alex Jones.
You're one of those people that I, like, called crackheads in Walmart.
Everyone in a Walmart, if you're not wearing a mask, you're a crackhead.
Okay, quick story, real quick.
Okay.
So, I was at Walmart with Jovelle, and I have a... What would you call that? A proclivity?
She's a Sagittarius.
Trying to fight people in the grocery store?
Yeah. She's always ready.
I called a woman a cunt once at Costco, but that's not the story we're telling right now.
Multiple stores.
Well, I called people cunts at Walmart too the same day that I called those people crackheads, but... To be fair, everyone I called a cunt either cut me off in line or wasn't wearing a mask, so I think they deserved it.
They deserved it.
So we went to Walmart, and these two people, like, pretended that they couldn't speak English. Is that what they did to the guy when they were walking in? And then they, like, went around the corner and were, like, laughing that they got away with it.
Oh my God.
And so I looked at them, and I was like, put a mask on, crackheads.
And I was like, oh...
Yeah, Jovelle didn't see the whole, like, thing
I didn't
going
know about
on.
this.
I was very aware because it It was right after that one dude walked in and was like, I have a doctor's note. And I was like, put a fucking mask on.
Sure. I'm like, I can barely breathe and I'm still wearing a mask.
Yeah. My dad was like, you don't know what it's like to have COPD. And I was like, yeah, no, but your doctor does. Yeah. And he's telling you you're fine to wear a mask.
Yeah, you dumbass. Your dad's a dumbass.
I'm telling my dad.
Good.
Don't listen to this episode, Dad.
You're like, hey, dumbass.
Hey, dumbass.
My friend agreed with me.
Also, Trump sucks.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Hot take. That's a cold take.
It is. It's lukewarm.
Everyone knows. If you don't know, then you also suck.
Okay, so since we're going into the speculation side of The Sims 5, what you got? What's it gonna be?
I'm guessing there's gonna be a lot more customization. Hopefully they'll bring back the color wheel.
If there's not a color wheel, they've instantly failed. And can we please get a height slider for like the first time ever?
I understand why that one's kind of hard.
I was just about to say, actually, when you have like a pose pack and it's like you have your kids do like an adult pose and it stretches all their limbs out.
Yeah, look like a 13-year-old boy, just like all tall and thin and gangly. Oh. Be shorter, you freak.
13-year-old boys, you heard it here first.
We're coming
Get shorter,
you
freak.
What do you want or think?
Well, I was actually just thinking, if it is like a subscription-based service, like online, all the things that they're talking about, do you think it'll come with pets, base game?
I don't know. Because I don't know how they're going to make money. But if they're not doing separate expansion packs, then maybe.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can still, like, buy DLC for Fortnite and games like that. Yeah. My nephew is obsessed.
Did they do, like, weird things like that on Sims 3? Where you could, like, buy towns separately?
Sim points! Yeah, they did.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know things about The Sims 3. I have a lot of stuff written down about The Sims 3, and I don't know what it means.
Sims points were like a currency you could buy.
Oh, okay. Like when you buy shit for, like, phone games.
Yeah. How you'll, like, buy diamond packs or whatever. I definitely do that.
I'm just like, the people in the games are like, I need a new bathing suit for my date. Here's a diamond.
I literally play that game.
I do until I run out, and then I'm like, I'm over it.
I tried The Sims Mobile, like, on my phone. Sims Mobile.
I don't play that shit, because I'm not a bitch.
I used to... Not everyone can be business moguls like we are, Jovelle.
Yeah, I don't have time for playing Sims on my phone. I'm a business mogul.
Our business.
I have 12 people on my OnlyFans. Don't talk to me. Someone needs to tell me to shut up. Actually, my boss told me to shut up like 40 times today. She was like, shut up. I'm like, I'm sorry.
So I guess that's all we can, like, speculate on The Sims right now. Like, we don't have
I have no hope at this point. Like, I don't even want to think about it, because I'm like, are we just going to get less than The Sims 4? Because I do that, like, every iteration, they're like, let's do it, but less and more expensive.
I'm going to be honest here. So, I have not been excited about a mod in a long time. Mostly because I just took them out of my game because I'm low maintenance.
You're so chill. You're better than all those other girls.
I'm not like other girls.
I'm low maintenance.
I sweat more. So this episode, I reviewed the Create a World mod by Arnie Sims. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I do want to say ahead of time, I only play tested this mod for about 2 hours.
That's a long time.
Well, when it comes to, like, did it glitch, blah, blah, blah. So, just so you're aware, I do have a pretty decent computer, and this is a beefy mod. You have to go in, and you have to replace some of the original game files with the mod file to be able to build it into the game. So, when you want to take it out, you have to go in, take out, like, the one mod file, and then you have to do repair game. So that it'll the original files back.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but it gave me, like, good instructions, so that was a plus.
Good.
So I created my own system of reviewing the mods. Basically, everything has the potential to have 5 Plum Bobs. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to start off with ease of use. I gave this 2 out of 5 because the instructions were really long. Mm-hmm. And I'm technologically stupid.
Yeah.
So it was, like, really hard for me to, like, figure out, oh, okay, this file isn't named the same on my computer automatically as it was on their computer. So I had to, like, dig through some files to be able to find what I was looking for. But the instructions were very detailed. And they have instructions on how to remove it from your game, which was really easy to follow. Honestly, though, I kept it in. I haven't taken it out. It's my only mod right now.
That's good.
Yeah. Gameplay, I gave 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 Plum Bobs. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, I don't even know what it does.
Yeah, I'll go in a little more. I just want to give an over-the-top rating at first, and then I'll get into a little more detail. Glitch content, I also gave 5 out of 5 Plum Bobs. I didn't run into a single glitch.
That's good.
Yeah, it ran so good. I was so impressed. I was like, how is my game not crashing right now? Like, I was building an open world on my game, and, like, my sim could walk through it, and I didn't have any, like,
that's great.
Visual errors, no, like, sim jumping back to their starting point. You know what I'm talking about? Where you click go here, and they'll walk all the way there, and glitch back, and then glitch back over. Will I keep this in my game? Yes and no. That's another thing I added. Will I keep it in my game? Because, you know, I'm hard to impress. So I'm probably gonna keep it in for a while. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna play with it more. I found out you can make, like, quests for your Sims with this. Yeah, it's insane.
That's cool.
Okay, so I'll get into it now. So it features a 750 by 750 blank world for the Sims. So basically they took Newcrest. Mm-hmm. Most of the neighborhood is just normal Newcrest. It's actually, I think it does look a little bit different. You just place and build lots there like normal. Mm-hmm. And then they have one section that's 3 separate lots, normally 3 or 4. And they combined it all into one 750 by 750 lot.
Oh my God.
Where you can place anything anywhere. I had so much fun. You can put oceans in. You can change the type of ground. You can change it to sand, dirt, like
that's
grass.
Tight.
It's fucking insane, dude. And then you could just, like, right click on the world and do like the testing cheats, like shift click, I think it was. And it, like, lets you drop in the university building so you can just put a college in and decorate around it. And then, bam, you've got a fucking college campus. You can put your Sim's house over here and then just walk over to your Sim's, like, college campus. Once again, there was... sorry, I'm getting distracted. There was so much in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I put in the ocean, basically you, like, shift click or right click, whatever it was, and click ocean, and it'll drop in an ocean, and you can change the water level so that it's, like, rising at the right point in your game. Like, if you're like, oh, I want this part. Yeah, it's so cool. It was like...
That's so detailed.
It was... This modder, Arnie Sims, did an incredible job. It was amazing. But, yeah, you could, like, make a beach... Just, like, in your Sim's backyard if you wanted to.
Beach? I saw this meme that was like, if my kid fucks up one word to a Nicki Minaj song, they're not eating.
You could also place roads. You could build your own roads. You just, like, click for the starting point, and then, like, cars will drive down them.
That's crazy,
They're
Gabby.
fully interactive roads. You can make a whole neighborhood. I saw a lot of people were making cemeteries, and that was another, like, interactive venue you could just drop in, was a cemetery that
That's
they've made. And then going back to the quests. So this person made another mod that was called, I believe, like the Bridgeport. I don't know. I don't remember what the other one was called,
Always
but basically in that mod you could go through and they would have like clues lying around and your sim would pick them up and it sends them on a quest and then you get to the end and you get like a treasure or whatever.
That's cool.
So they put in an option to create your own quest for your sims, so you can drop in all of the quest objects, get your neighborhood finished, whatever you want in your open neighborhood. So you go in, you can create your own clues, lead your sim to wherever you want it to end up, you know. Arnie Sims created a gallery where you can share your own creations with the open world tool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so you can like create a quest for other simmers.
What a fucking bad bitch. I wonder how long that took them. Probably
for real.
So
like, slow clap for Arnie Sims. Very good job. I'm so impressed by this mod. We'll link in the description where you can go. I highly recommend, if you're not going to keep it in your game, at least playing with it for a couple hours.
Yeah, I might look into that.
I had a lot of fun. I also wanted to mention that there was a instruction video made by Arnie Sims themselves, I believe. Mm-hmm. Most tranquil, beautiful voice I've ever heard. Go watch the instructions. I'm yeah.
Do my ASMR tonight.
Yes, 110% ASMR.
I love watching Sims ASMR. It's my
I'll send you the video. Because when I was watching it, I was like, I can't even focus on how I'm supposed to get this mod installed because your voice is so beautiful.
I would take a fucking nap, come back to this. Mm-hmm. Do we know what mod we're doing for the next episode?
Hell yeah, we do.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard, but somebody made a cow mod.
Okay, go on.
On the next episode, we'll be reviewing the cow mod that's going around. You can adopt cows, milk cows. I'll see what it's all about.
Sounds amazing. I'll be seeing too. I'll be checking this one out. I'm like, open world mod, cow mod. I gotta make a meme of that now.
But real quick, before we moved on, I wanted to just do like a quick review of the paranormal stuff pack.
Yeah, do it.
So I didn't play like a whole lot. I played with the spellcaster to speed up the process and just kind of like messed around with it. I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 Plum Bobs for gameplay. I didn't like that the Brave reward was 8,000 lifetime points. It's like the most expensive.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to make it hard, but like I think they should have done that by adding more elements instead of making it just like hard to get. Mm-hmm. You know? So basically you have to like complete a bunch of whims for your sim, but like the whims don't really have anything to do with
being brave.
The paranormal gameplay, you know?
Weird. Yeah, that's strange. They make a lot of strange choices, though.
The scared Sims don't like to do anything, including walk past some of the objects that are, like, haunted.
Oh, my God.
So when I wanted my Sims house, I was trying to get it to be as overwhelmingly haunted as I could. Mm-hmm. But my Sim couldn't walk to the seance table because they were too afraid to walk past the haunted doll. I had to end up getting rid of some stuff, and so... Yeah, that was a little disappointing. I was hoping I could just let it build up and it wouldn't affect my sim for a while.
Yeah.
And also the pet interaction made me just, like, really sad. They just get so scared, and I thought that they would, like, you know, like, real dogs, like, bark at
random, like, growl.
Yeah, like, random spots. So that the Sims get scared. But no, they're just sad and scared all the time.
Oh my God.
I was playing the pack with my Sim self and my dogs were like freaking out.
That's too real.
So my heart was just like, no, Bosco, Nero.
Yeah, it's too real. Animals are just, no. You can't fuck with them.
And then I rated the pack on lore. And I gave it a 3 out of 5 Plum Bobs. Because I like Gidry, the weird horny ghost who's like trying to fuck everyone's Sims right now. And how everybody is just, oh my God. Everybody is just obsessed with bringing Gidry back to life and having babies with him. Can you fuck a ghost?
Is he hot?
Like, No, bro. He looks like my ex-fiance in a top hat.
Gross. Oh, no.
Another reason I gave Lore 3 out of 5 is because Bonehilda doesn't stay at your house. When you woohoo with her, she doesn't stay in her Bonehilda form. It's basically a skin they overlaid over a sim, so when she changes into her naked time...
What the fuck?
She's just like some redhead bitch.
I'm so upset.
Yeah, she doesn't have her coffin. I do love having her in the game, though. It's nice to have her back. A lot of people are just summoning her and then adding her to the household, so she stays.
I never played Bonehilda before.
So build by, I gave 5 out of 5 Plum Bobs. I love every single object. I love all the color schemes. Really, really well done on the Sims team's part this time. I didn't feel like I needed more build by objects. And then Create a Sim, I also gave 5 out of 5. Loved it. I love the mullet. And then a couple of notes. I really loved the chemistry between Bonehilda and Gidry. Apparently, they're just always trying to fuck each other.
Really?
They're
That's
both
hot.
like flirty all the time. And apparently, if your Sim is trying to fuck, Bonehilda's just down to fuck. So
She's ready to bone.
I also thought the haunted house residential should be worth less than the regular house. I thought that they should
yeah. That's a good idea. Like, hella cheap.
Yeah. So you can get like a deal on a haunted house. Alright, so yeah, next time we're going to talk about cows.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna school you on some Bella Goth stuff, since this is our Bella Goth episode. So here is Bella's background. So her name is Bella Goth. So her parents' names are Simus and Jocasta. I don't know which one's the father and which one's the mother. But Simus and Jocasta, bachelor, so she's a bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has an older brother, Michael Bachelor, and then her husband is Mortimer Goth, and her children are Cassandra and Alexander Goth. And then, so The Sims is on this, like, weird timeline, and it's kind of weird because The Sims 3 has multiple timelines in it, too, depending on what city you're in. This is just like a tiny little breakdown of it. So the timeline starts in The Sims 3, and Bella Goth is Bella Bachelor. She's a child, and she's living in Sunset Valley, and her and Mortimer are best friends. This is like the fucking Notebook or something.
Ew.
Yeah. With less emotional abuse. And then after The Sims 3, I read that it's like 25 years after The Sims 3 is Sims 1. I wasn't sure if that was like a theory or if like it was an actual thing or not. But let's say 25 years after Sims 3, The Sims 1 takes place. Her and Mortimer are married, and then Cassandra is a child. And then The Sims 2 is 25 years after that. I wrote in quotes, it's complicated, because Bella was living in Pleasant View, but then she went missing and then is later in Strangetown? So she's in Strangetown, and there's like this, big-ass mystery. But Mortimer is an elder, Cassandra is an adult, and Alexander is a child. Which is crazy because Bella Goth is like an adult. So there's all this like weird shit about that. I'll get into it. It's weird.
Okay.
And then The Sims 3, it goes back because in Lunar Lakes there is a grave of Bella Goth. And so that basically means that Lunar Lakes is like in the future. Mm-hmm. And like a Sim guru like said, yeah, that's a thing. That is the original Bella Goth in The Sims 3. How
could they just kill all of this in The Sims 4? How could they do that?
Oh yeah. Sims 4 alternate timeline. They're living in Willow Creek, Mortimer, teenage Cassandra, and then Alex is a child again. Her aspirations. So in Sims 2, she was a romance aspiration, but in Sims 4, she's a party animal, which seems really weird.
Wait, who is?
Bella Goth. I put a bunch of question marks after party animal because I was like, that feels wrong.
For real? Did you check?
Yeah. I was on, like, the Sims wiki, like, deep in there. And it was supposed to be Friend of the World when they showed it originally, like, in the, like, Sims videos before this came out. And then they changed it to Friend of the... Or not. They changed it to Party Animal.
Friend of the World would make more sense, but even then, like...
Very strange. I did not feel like that was fitting. So I'm starting with The Sims 3. I'm just doing it in the order, basically, of that. So in The Sims 3, she was a child. She was good, brave, and lucky. I didn't play The Sims 3, but those seem like weird traits for Bella Goth and for a child. Like, do you ever, like, see a kid and you're like, that kid is brave and lucky? So then Sims 1, they didn't really have, like, traits. They just kind of had the, like, little...
personality meter.
Yeah. So in that, she was neat, active, nice, shy, and serious. I would say she's just kind of, like, shy. Because even in The Sims 2, she's neat, active, nice, shy, serious. So those are both the same. And then The Sims 4, she's good, family-oriented, romantic, and gregarious. So I feel like The Sims 4, they were like, let's just add these traits that make her a party animal. Because I feel like she wouldn't have been a party animal. That'd be like saying, like, Morticia Addams is a party animal. You're like, I'm sure she attends parties. Like...
I'm just gonna stop you right here just to
tell
our
the
audience.
Addams Family movie.
The Addams Family animated movie that came out, I thought it was gonna be trash. I didn't watch it. And then I finally just watched it with my niece. And it is so funny. They live in a town called Assimilation. And it's about how they can be different. It's a beautiful film.
I told my coworker, he said it was good. And she was like, I'm going to watch it. I'm really excited now.
I hope she likes it.
Yeah, she will. She likes cartoons a lot. But yeah, so it kind of changed my perspective of Bella a little bit. Because I didn't think of her as this, like... good, family-oriented, shy, serious, like, person. Because I feel like she's portrayed as, like, mystery, like, sex pod. But that's, like, not actually who she is. Mm-hmm. Which brings me to my zodiac. So, I've been doing zodiacs for all the Sims because it just feels right. In the game, she is a Cancer. I think in all iterations of Bellagoth, she's a Cancer. Because some of the other Sims, it kind of jumps around.
And is this with the Zodiacs that are in the game?
So, yes.
Okay.
So a few of them have Zodiacs and some of them don't. So I went off of the Zodiac for their sun sign, and then I took their other personality traits to make the rest of it.
Gotcha.
So Bella Goth is a Cancer sun, which makes sense because she's family oriented when that's like a very big Cancer trait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shannon.
And very like compassionate and like emotional.
Shannon's always with her family.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who even likes
their family? And then since she's so like a party animal and gregarious and blah blah blah, I gave her a Sag moon because I feel like, I don't know, she needs a little bit of like fire in there, but she's not as fiery as I thought she was gonna be. Like I was thinking before, like, oh, she probably is Aries, and then I like saw her personality and I was like, oh. And then I made her a Scorpio rising because
you did full charts.
I did a bit. So I did the main three and their Venus if they're an adult. So I did a Scorpio rising because she comes off as this like sex pod. So let me break this down real quick for non-astrology people. So your sun sign is based off of like the day you were born. And it's just kind of like how you are at your core. And then your moon sign is based off of how your emotions work. And then your rising sign is how people like see you before they get to know you. And,
So
like,
sorry.
Megan Fox is a Scorpio rising.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So that's why I put Bella Goth as that, because I feel like she comes off as this, like, mysterious, like, sexual person. But on her core, she's, like, this, like, family person.
Bella Goth is equal to Megan Fox.
Yeah. But also it did say she was, like, romantic and, I don't know, kind of fucking around a little bit. Because she was a romance sim in The Sims 2. So I gave her a Libra Venus, but I'm kind of second guessing that. Because Libra Venuses are like, they can't really stay committed. But she was with Mortimer, but also she was a romance sim.
We don't know what happened.
I know. So, yeah, I'm a little iffy on the Venus, but... yeah, at least for big three, I think. Pretty accurate.
So if Lunar Lakes was supposed to be in the future, then, like, how far in the future?
Well, I don't know, because she was dead.
Because she could have lived to be, like, an elder and died there.
She died of old age.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to tell you some of Bellagoth's alternate names in different,
countries?
Languages.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Okay, I only have a few. In Dutch, her name is Cora van der Kerkhoff. Cora van der
Vanderkoff?
Cora van de Kerkhoff.
Cora van
de Kerkhoff.
Cora van de Kerkhoff.
I know, it does not roll off the
Cora
tongue.
van de Kerkhoff. Say it like you're Dutch.
In French, she's Sonia Gothic. In German, she's Julia von Spinweb.
I like that one.
That one's good. I was like, ooh.
Julia von
And then my
Spinweb.
last one is in Spanish, and it's Elvira de la Soledad. Soledad? Yeah.
Soledad.
Elvira de la Soledad.
Don't they mean different things, too?
They probably do.
I can't remember what they mean, but...
I mean, I don't know languages.
Yeah, I found, like, a thing once where somebody was, like, commenting what it meant in their language, but also they could have just been lying.
Yeah, people do lie. People do lie. So I'm going to talk about the conspiracy a little bit, but there's so much that I didn't do, like, a ton because I could have written, like, 10 pages, and I didn't want to go down that road because there's so much already written. I didn't look at this person's thing, but Plum Bella did a whole video, like, reading this person's thing. So I didn't really use any of that, but if you want to check it out, they're called Alexa Plays Sims, and they have, like, a whole super long conspiracy theory about it.
I have this on my watch later on YouTube.
Yeah.
I waited.
Although she does point out some, like, flaws in the thing, so I don't know. But basically, I have some clues of what happened. So, Bella Goth disappeared sometime in the 25 years between The Sims and The Sims 2. And some of the clues are that she was last seen at Don Lothario's house. In Don's memories, it shows him getting rejected by Bella when trying to be romantic. So, like, his, like, last memories of Bella are her turning him down. Sus. And then
wasn't
she disappears.
he engaged to
He's
Cassandra?
engaged to Cassandra. Yeah. The Caliente sisters moved to Pleasant View right before her disappearance, like on the eve of her disappearance. Bella's brother, Michael Batchelor, was married to Dina Caliente and died mysteriously.
How did I not remember that?
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
The Sims used to be a soap opera.
I know,
and now
truly.
We have white bread.
In The Sims 2 on PSP, Bella claims she is running away because she was abducted by aliens. Yeah, I didn't even go into the lore not on the main 4 because I was like, there's too much, and it's kind of doesn't all fit together, and that would have made it kind of crazy. The Caliente sisters are part alien. Their, like, grandpa, I think, was an alien. They have, like, yeah, they're partially alien. The Caliente sisters are also banging Dawn.
Both of them.
And then Dina is trying to get at Mortimer now that Bella's out of the picture for that sweet money. Because she's also a fortune sim and wants to just marry people for their money.
Saying she a gold digger. How did we bring that up in
every time? Because we really hate women and we just want to shame them.
Speaking of which, Kim and Kanye are getting a divorce. I just had to say that on the podcast.
This is late news.
You know what? I need to break in here and say that last episode, I could not think of the collaboration that I would have wanted in The Sims. It was the Kardashians. I want the Kardashians.
Imagine Kanye did a game pack or whatever. That's just like all his clothing line. Yeezys and The Sims.
Mm-hmm. Bro. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
No, it's all right. We gotta talk about Yeezys. It's important. Okay. And then one of the sim gurus stated that Bella traveled to Lunar Lakes, possibly through alien abduction, and is buried there. So those are kind of like the main clues as to what happened. Mm-hmm. And using those clues in the last 16 or so years of playing The Sims 2 and learning about all of this information, I'm going to tell you what my theory is. Bellagoth went to Don Lothario's, not sure why, but I mean, he was going to be her son-in-law, so it's like it wouldn't be weird to just like go to your son-in-law's house. I don't know.
Maybe she figured out that Dawn was cheating on her daughter?
Maybe.
With the Calientes?
And then, anyways, what?
Maybe she found out what happened to her brother.
Ooh, you add another layer to this. Okay, I'm gonna add that to my thing now. Okay, because that fits in a lot with this. So Bella went to Dawn's, and Dawn's trying to fuck. So Dawn's like, come check out my telescope. So he tries to like, you know, make a move on
Lay it
her.
on thick.
And then she's like, get away from me. That's my Bella Goth impression. It's bad.
Like that.
Get away from me. Bella Goth.
Baby Bella Goth.
And then maybe when she's up there, I mean, I don't know how I would fit this in. Because he wouldn't be part of it. But maybe she's like, maybe she's like venting to him, like, oh, I just found out this stuff about my brother's death, blah, blah, blah. And then he tries to fuck her, and then she turns him down, and he's fucking the twins. So he's like, I can't let her, like, tell people about this, because these are, like, my homies that I fuck.
Can I break in here?
Yeah,
with
break
a
on
theory
in.
Of my own of how this went down?
Yeah.
Okay, so check it. Bella Goth rolls up to Don Lothario's, and she's like, hey, you're fucking with my daughter, but I also know that you're fucking with the Calientes, and let me tell you, they're bad news, because here's what I think happened to my brother. And then Don goes, and he's like, yo, Calientes, Bella Goth is onto you. And so they're like, okay, get her to your house. And so Dawn tries to like lay on the moves, and then boom, in come the Calientes with their relatives who are aliens to swoop on down and pick up Bella. Well, mine was mostly like how they get her there.
No, that makes sense, because I was saying that maybe like she was like, oh, you're fucking with my daughter, and I'm gonna, like, also, like, break up your engagement. And, like, he's obviously marrying Cassandra for the money, because we'll get into her later, but she's, you know, you've seen her. So then he's like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then it's, like, win-win, because then Dina can swoop in on Mortimer and get that sweet money, honey. Okay, so yeah, then the aliens come, they take her, they wipe her memory, and then they drop her off in Strange Town with no memory, so she isn't going to try to go back. And then Dawn backs out of the wedding with Cassandra, even though, but like maybe he was like, I can't fucking marry this woman. I just like made her mom like go missing. Like, how am I gonna look at this woman's face every day? But also I want to fuck everybody in town. But you could still do that.
Maybe because Dina was going after Mortimer where the big money is. Mm-hmm. They didn't have to worry about Cassandra.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, maybe they're, like, working together to get all of Mortimer's money. And then eventually Bella travels to Lunar Lakes and dies of old age, not remembering her old life and her family. Very sad. But, like, with this whole Alexa plays Sims, they went into, like, cloning and all of this, like, weird shit that had to do with, like, the Brokes, I think, too. And, like, there's so much. Like, even the video that Plum Bella did is, like, half of the information.
Yeah. Yeah, and that one's pretty detailed,
girthy. Too. Yeah, girthy for sure. Mm-hmm. I did write astrology for Dina and Nina and Dawn, but I'm going to not tell you guys it until we do their episode.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. And then I just have some Easter eggs. In The Sims 2, a missing person's photo of Bella Goth can be seen on the milk carton when Sims make cereal.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. A woman who strongly resembles Bella can be seen with a man in a striped suit and a hot air balloon when you're in the neighborhood. When the Bella squared portrait is placed in Strangetown, Bellagoth will eventually show up. In The Sims 3, with a good trait, you can donate to the Bella beneficiary. And there's a book called Where's Bella in the Sims bookcase.
Why did they kill it? Why did they kill
Bella? I know, there's so many details.
I want to know so bad. Hey, Sims team? Continue it in The Sims 5 or tell us what fucking happened.
God. Yeah. It's upsetting.
Go back to the original timeline.
Are we going to the Goth roast now?
Ready.
Okay.
Ready for it.
So here is the roast of the Goths, which is mostly just me describing them to you and then talking shit.
Welcome to Jovelle Judge's Sims.
So we're going to start with Mortimer. I think it's from The Sims 1, but they have like little bios about them. So I read their little bios. Mortimer says, cheerful and outgoing, Mortimer brings his old country upbringing into the modern age. He has an unusual fondness for insects. That feels very like Mortimer. I feel like they had this clear idea of the Goths in the first Sims, and then they slowly have just became like completely other people. I like the Sims from the Bustin' Out because they are so goth. Like, they just like have, they like play the organ all day, and like they have like seances. Yeah. Okay, so
I'm stuck at the gym right now.
What?
The gym. I'm stuck there.
What do you mean?
I'm busting out.
Oh, I always get to the gym and then I'm like,
it's so hard to get out of there.
I always do the like club first, and then there's like no place to sleep, and you have to like redo that whole room, and there's like nothing useful, and I'm like, this isn't even a house.
That's
like I'm just sleeping in the back room in a fucking like club. Like, what is this? Yeah, I kind of lose interest there every time I play. So he has different aspirations for each game. So in The Sims 2, he was a knowledge sim. Sims 4, he's a Renaissance sim. They didn't have them for The Sims 3, right? Aspirations?
They did.
It was hard to find all of this shit. It was just like going through this wiki and like being like, okay, what do they have in Sims 2? What do they have in Sims 3? And like going by. Anyways, so he's obviously into knowledge sim and a Renaissance sim. And bugs, apparently. And his traits, I'm just combining all of his traits from all of the games to kind of give you a rounded idea of who he is. But his traits are bookworm, outgoing, creative, quick learner, playful, sloppy, lazy, grouchy, artistic, and ambitious.
They seemed like they went on a little bit of a different path for a while.
Yeah. Well, some of these are from, like, The Sims 2, like, bars, so if it was, like, lower, they would be grumpy.
So he was just, like, not very nice. Or clean.
I did his astrology. In The Sims 2, like, all of the Goths, it would say, like, this is their astrological sign, but then the, like, traits would line up with a different sign. So it would say, like, this is their sign, but actually if you made a sim with these traits, it would show up at this sign.
That's weird.
Yeah. So it said that he was a Cancer. It said that every single one of the Goths was a Cancer, but then the only one that's... Oh, there's two. Okay. So Mortimer is a Taurus sun, actually. He's not a Cancer. And then I made him a Scorpio moon just because he's kind of like moody and artistic.
Okay, I want to give another message to the Sims team. The Sims team, bring back astrology.
Yeah, no, for real.
All the turn-ons, turn-offs, personality.
Yeah.
Give it back.
Give us everything.
It's turned into a Sims 5 rant episode. They all will be. Spoiler alert.
We're gonna talk some shit. Okay, yeah. So he's a Scorpio moon. I gave him a Sagittarius rising because he's so, like, ambitious, outgoing, playful, and he's just, like, kind of down to have a good time.
I think I would think of him more as, like, a Libra.
Why is that?
Because he's, like, a nerd and, like, collects bugs. I wouldn't think of him as, like,
I would think of that, like, as a Virgo. Well, Libras are known for being, like, big sluts who are, like...
That's not how I know Libras.
Oh.
I know them as, like, knowledgeable and, I don't know.
That's just, like, their stereotypes. And then I did a Taurus Venus because he's been, like, committed to one woman, like, his entire life. They were friends starting really young, and then they, like, slowly became really close, which is totally, like, a slow-ass Taurus's perfect relationship as a Taurus Venus.
Okay, Sims team, I have another message for you. I want the Sims 5 world to take place in the Sims 1, 2, and 3 timeline, but when Mortimer and Bella were in high school.
Ooh. You guys don't even know, but I'm such a simp for Mortimer Goth. Like, besides Sims 2 and Sims 4, he was, like, fucking hot. Well, Sims 3, because he was a child. Sims 1, and Bustin' Out, and all of the, like, other little ones. He's fucking hot. He's,
okay,
like...
wait, I want to see him in Bustin' Out real quick.
Look at him up in Bustin' Out. He is, like, a mixture of Vincent Price and Gomez Adams. And I'm really here for it. And I literally wrote the words, Daddy Mortimer, yum, 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 Goth Daddy. So, that's how I feel about that.
Wow, yeah, they kind of did him dirty in The Sims 4.
I know, he was hot. But basically, he's a goth daddy. He's rich as fuck. He has good style. Also, in The Sims 2, since he was the first sim ever made for Pleasant View, if you look in a telescope in the daytime, he will be the person to come, like, shove you and get mad at you for looking at them and, like, spying. So he's known as the shover in the game.
He'll come do a couple slaps.
Oh, that's also why I put him as a Sagittarius. Because I was like, he will come over. I forgot about that.
He'll call you a cunt
because I was like,
in a
why did I do that? Yeah, he'll call you a cunt in a Costco and he will shove you. Do not look at him. Yeah. And then I said, based on Gomez Adams and Victor Price. Victor Price? It was Victor Price.
Bro,
Vincent
I don't even know who
Price.
Vincent Price is.
You don't?
No.
You seen Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah.
He's like the dad that built him in Edward Scissorhands.
Okay, I know who he is.
Yeah. So he's like a based on of Vincent Price, not Victor. I don't know who that bitch is. And I just said, all around the perfect man. Nothing bad to say. He's amazing. I just really like him. He doesn't really have, like, any negative. Like, yeah, he fucks Dina, probably, but, like, after his wife is missing for probably, like, years.
Did you find out if he does for sure or not? Does he have any memories?
Yes. I don't know if they fucked, but Dina has, like, a heart, like, a red heart, like, love for him.
Ah.
And then she only has, like, a pink one for Dawn. So now we'll get into Cassandra. And I say her name like that because of Wayne's World, by the way. Okay, so here's her little bio. Cassandra is the quiet, mysterious type. Nobody ever knows what she's thinking.
It's because she's dumb.
She's so dumb, she's not thinking. So her aspiration in The Sims 4 is musical genius. And then in The Sims 2, it's family. Which doesn't really seem like she gives a fuck about her family in The Sims 2, but I don't know. And then her traits throughout the game are creative, gloomy, muser, shy, neat, playful, and grouchy. So, it said she was a Virgo, but she's actually a Cancer. So they have her as Cancer in one game, I think, and then Virgo in the other, but then it's like her little block of like traits matches up with a Cancer, even when it says Virgo or something like that. Because that's what happened with Mortimer too. It said he was a Cancer, but then his block of like stats made him a Taurus. So I went off of that instead of what they said.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because then they would have all been Cancers, and that would have been stupid. Yeah. So I made her a Cancer sun because that's what I felt was the right choice. But I did make her a Scorpio moon for the same reason that Mortimer is. Goth as fuck, moody, emotional, would write really cringy, sad, emo poetry. When going through emotions, I'm sure she's so emo.
We've all been there.
We have. I'm a Scorpio rising, like Cancer moon. Like, I'm an emotional bitch. I did make her a Virgo rising, though, because I felt like since they said she was, like, a Virgo, I'm assuming that has something to do with them, like, seeing her as a Virgo, which would make sense as her being her rising, because that's how you see her.
I could see her being a Virgo.
And then I gave her a Pisces Venus, just because she seems like she really just, like, wants to, like, have love and, like, have a family and all this shit.
So much so that she went for Dom with
Girl.
Don't settle. Women everywhere. Men
Don't
everywhere.
Settle.
Genderless beings everywhere. Never go for a Lothario.
I said a sad bitch who probably hisses at people. I just said Dawn was definitely marrying her for her money. What the fuck is she wearing in The Sims 2?
Oh my god.
She's wearing like a medieval dress with pigtails and ankle boots? Girl.
It's a look, for sure. Girl. It's not a good one.
And then I said I want to make a meme that's like a hot goth girl, and then it says what I think I look like when I dress up goth versus what I actually look like.
Yes, do it.
It's Cassandra Goth.
Please do that.
Okay. And then I just said a fucking walking water sign stereotype. Just like a fucking, like, moody bitch who, like, wants family. And my notes are amazing. I just said, just really wants to have a family. Bit sad, isn't it?
Oh, poor Cassandra.
And then let's move on to Alexander. So Alexander Goth, he doesn't really get a lot in The Sims because he's a child whenever he is in The Sims. But this is what it says. As a child of older parents, Alexander often wonders if he missed out on anything. His hobbies include optometry and number theory. He's supposed to be like a child genius, by the way. I know, that's my main takeaway. He's just kind of fucking boring.
Optometry.
Yeah, fucking weird-ass kid.
Maybe if that was an actual career you could have in The Sims.
I know. Okay, so he is an adult in The Sims 3, though. And he goes by Alex. So his aspiration in that is Tinkerer. And his traits overall are ambitious, brave, neurotic, outgoing, and bookworm. He was a Taurus sun, even though based on he was a Cancer. But he's a Taurus sun. I gave him a Capricorn moon because he seems like he's just really, like, straightforward and kind of, like, I want to say, like, analytical, but I want to say more just, like, I think he's just really practical and probably with, like, feelings, he's probably just like, what's the scientific reason behind this feeling? Since he's, like, outgoing, ambitious, neurotic, intelligent, I gave him a Gemini rising because although Geminis are kind of fucking annoying, they're really intelligent and they like to think about things a lot. And then I just said he's probably like one of those kids. You know when a kid gets really excited about something and they're like telling you, but you have no fucking idea what they're saying because they're just like, I saw this thing, and then this guy went like, whoa, and then like the other guy came in and he was like punching him.
Do you ever have a dream that when you...
Yes, and then you went, and yeah. I think that's literally him, but with, like, science, and his dad's like, okay.
It's like, I'm just gonna keep collecting my bugs.
Except his dad actually, like, is a science person, so his dad would be like, cool.
Yeah.
But if this kid came up to me, like, at the children's museum I used to work at, I'd be like, get out of here.
You'd be like, wash your hands.
He grows up to be pretty hot in The Sims 4, but in The Sims 2, he ages up with Goopy Gilsarbo's face, just slightly edited. Like, when he grows up, I'm like, smart guys are usually, like, pretty cool. But that he's probably gonna get really depressed and emo in his teen years, because, like, really intelligent people always peak as children, and then they slowly just get really depressed as they hit teen years.
You're hitting home.
Yeah. Oh, also, this is where I'm going to leave us off. In The Sims 3, he dyes his hair red.
Wait, okay, but I need to, like, know, where is he in The Sims 3? Because isn't Bella Goth...
He's in a different timeline in The Sims 3. Let me see where he lives. I didn't think about writing that down. And he goes by Alec. Beacon Bay. Oh, Sims 3 Nintendo DS.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Yeah. So, he's very different personality, and he has red hair.
Are we sure it's him?
Yeah. It says that it's him.
Oh, okay.
And his name is Alex Goth.
Well, what if it was, like, one of Mortimer's ancestors?
Well, it says his dad is Mortimer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So, that's depressing. First of all, men need to stop dyeing their hair red.
We pre-recorded our interview with Shannon. Pretty juiced.
Yeah. I had like 5 White Claws before we started the interview.
Yeah, so we're just gonna cut that in right here.
Yeah, listen to this interview with our best friend, Shannon.
AKA Really Cool Girl 23 on EA Gallery.
Go check her out.
Gallery. Here we go.
So it is February 6th, 2021. And we are here with Shannon, who created the intro song to our podcast. She made a theme song.
Hi, Shannon.
And Shannon and I have been friends for 20 years in October.
Heck yeah.
And that entire friendship span, we have been playing The Sims together.
I just want to add that we've been friends for 3 years in July.
That is very great.
Years. That's
it's very special.
It feels like with you guys.
It feels like you came into our life
happened
way longer ago than 3 years, though.
It does feel longer.
It's weird.
It's
it
like
just
we
feels
found
like a lot of meaningful things have happened. In the past 3 years.
We've had some traumatic
Imagine
years.
if we hadn't met. Like, I don't even know who I'd be friends with.
Me
right
either.
Now.
Really?
It'd be weird.
It would be
friends
Shannon
with Gabby,
and then like some random
people. I don't know.
But actually, but nobody has stuck around this long in our random people thing. So
no, I thought you were like too cool to be my friend when I first met you.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you're pretty cool.
I have to remind myself.
Can't wait.
Well,
to
that guy at Goodwill
like
reminded you.
That guy at Goodwill was obsessed with me.
Tell the story. You got it now. I brought it up.
Once upon a time, yesterday. I went to Goodwill after work because I needed a box to put all my weed in. And then this checker, he was like this adorable, like, I don't want to assume their pronouns, but I'm guessing they were a boy, and they were very gay. And their name was Warren. Shout out to Warren. I hope I don't make you lose your job. But I went to Goodwill, and I was getting checked out, and then I was wearing my, like, work lanyard, and I had all my pins on it, and they were like, your pins are so cool. And I was like, oh, thank you. And they were like, I want to be your friend. And I was like, okay. And they were like, you're just like so cool. Like, if you come in, I'll give you discounts. And
oh my god.
I love this child.
Speaking of cool people, we're here with Shannon. So we're going to ask you some questions about The Sims. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Are you super ready?
I'm so ready.
So Shannon.
Yes.
We started playing The Sims You started before me, actually. Mm-hmm. You're the one who introduced The Sims to me and started my lifelong obsession. And that was 21 years ago, right? The Sims just turned 21 a couple days ago.
That's crazy.
Wild.
The Sims can drink.
Wait, how long ago did you guys start playing The Sims?
We started playing...
Like right when it came out, I guess.
Shannon did, yeah.
That's crazy.
And then she introduced it to me
my
a
brother,
year after.
my brother's the one who started it. My gay brother.
I was going to say your gay brother.
He's gay.
He's gay, okay?
Well, The Sims does have a long-standing
The Sims
relationship.
is super
with
gay,
the gays.
and I love that. Gay marriage has, like, always been a thing in The Sims, and it's, like, really
I know.
cool.
I love that too.
And
Yes.
when they made the thing that you can make, like, trans Sims, that was insane. That was fucking tight.
Yeah, you can choose your...
I love that.
Have you seen that
I
yet?
haven't seen that.
They had
I
an
didn't know about
update
that.
where you can go into your... If you click on the gender now, it has a drop down and it has options to where you can set your Sims clothing preference to masculine or feminine. You can choose if they pee sitting up or standing down and if they can
Oh.
impregnate Sims or not.
Yeah. Or they can
That's
make, like,
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Good
That's
job,
really
Sims.
innovative.
That's a really good...
I like
That's
that.
some inclusivity. They are very progressive.
They're trying.
They are
Yeah.
They're
trying.
doing better.
And that's
than
great.
once were.
It's good that they're trying.
Maybe if they got like some custom content creators in there.
Well, they do
Yeah.
now.
They could try more.
They do now.
But it's
So
they're doing
do you
it.
remember the first time you ever played The Sims?
I don't remember like the very first time, but I remember my first memories.
Wait, how old were you?
Had to be
7.
6 or 7.
Because when I met Gabby, I was 7.
When I was 6 or 7, I didn't play The Sims because I lived in a trailer in Oregon and on a witch's property. So, like, I didn't know about this kind of stuff.
We're gonna have to sit down and give the people a rundown of your history
I
because
got a big history.
Yeah,
I was
Jovelle-
in my
big
hippies.
history.
I had a whole life.
This girl's like a movie.
I went to a lot of cool parties
She
at like
lived on a
6 years
commune.
old.
She's basically, yeah,
She's
she's
like
a
a bunch of adults
hippie.
doing mushrooms. I'm like, hi, I'm 6.
she basically lived my mom's dream as a child. So tell us your first memories of The Sims.
Let's see. My brother played it a lot. He would just play it for hours on the computer and I would watch him. And that's where it started. And I would just sit in the chair next to him and just watch him. And then eventually I started playing. I remember he had like mods on there. Like he had like a dog one that I thought was really funny. And it was like, it wasn't like supposed to be part of the game. So the dog didn't move at all. It didn't move like its legs or its head or anything. It would just like go from one square to the next.
I do remember, I think I mentioned this on the first episode, that Jonathan had Homer Simpson's skin
I remember that.
for The Sims 1.
Yes.
Also, I found out the other day that Will Wright, the creator of The Sims, right? That's his name, Will Wright. He was one of the first custom content things you could download is they just had Will Wright
That's cute.
on the skin of the Sims.
Will Wright is like the Bernie Sanders of The Sims.
He is.
Aw.
Like, he has the same, like, gentle, like, kind vibes. Also, I, like, followed his Twitter from our account, and, like, his Twitter literally was, like, I like to golf and play mini golf. Like, that's, like, his bio. I'm like, you're so cute. I just want to kiss your forehead.
And he made the best
so
game
bad.
ever.
I love Will Wright. We should get Will Wright tattooed on the inside of our lip. I wish
That's
I had
so-
got
that's
my
the dream.
butt tattooed with bitch so I could put Will Wright on my butt.
Do it on the
You're
other
being
cheek.
really
Let's both get it.
intense about this whole
Get
Will Wright
on our
thing.
butt cheeks.
I don't know who this man is.
The creator of The
Sounds
Sims.
great.
When you play The Sims, what's your like play style? Do you prefer to build? Do you prefer to create Sims? Or do you
Goodbye.
prefer to... She's never going to let me live it down.
Yeah,
Or gameplay.
I definitely, the building is my favorite, for sure. I spend a lot of time creating the characters though too. But then I end up making the similar girl characters each time, and I try not to do it. But then I end up just looking at the girl and I'm like, this is like very similar to the last girl that I made, where she just has like cool like punk rock clothing and like either like long wavy hair or like short like punk rock hair.
Tell us about your very sad or angry...
I am gonna give you as much information as I can remember. But I made a sim that was basically, you know, the clown clothes, like the clown costume and the clown hair. And
In the first Sims game, they had a sad clown painting. And every time you looked at it, you would get really sad. And then I think if you were like looked at it enough times, this clown would actually come out of the painting and he would make everyone around you like really sad.
And that was a big part of my experience with The Sims. Like, I remember that a lot in the first Sims. I don't remember a lot, but I made the character in The Sims 4 and it was just like the clown clothing and the clown hair. And then if you wear the clothing, I'm pretty sure it gives off an effect on other people.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I made this guy, like, as horrible as I could. So, like, he was abrasive as possible to everyone. And I just wanted him to be miserable. I don't know why. And his personality, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was basically
probably
like sad, gloomy, mean, just like, yeah, he lived in, like, a tiny little house with, like, nothing in it, like a shitty bed and, like, a toilet and, like, just the bare minimum.
Same.
And he would just go out every day and just, like, harass people. And he had that trait where you, like, are mean to kids. He has the hates children. So I would just, like, send him to the park, and he would just, like, freak out on kids.
Angry man going to the park and yelling at children.
And he just, like, had that, like, outfit on, so he would just, like, walk into the situation, and everyone would be like, ugh. Yeah, he was very unpleasant. And it was hilarious to me. It was so funny. And, like, he was hitting certain milestones or something, I think, that as far as just being like
his aspiration, like being mean.
Being public enemy.
Yes, that was his aspiration.
I could tell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would send him out there and I would like take videos and pictures, and I just thought it was so funny, and I was very entertained.
Childlike wonder.
Yes, that's what I was talking about with Jovelle the other day.
I really do.
I tried and I was like, I cannot do this.
Yeah, I'm like in between you and Jovelle.
I
Jovelle
really do.
is the realism side. You are the cartoon side, and I am like smack dab in the middle. I have cartoony elements to my Sims, like mostly in the way they look. Cool. I do like big eyes or big mouth, like something cartoony. And then I have the same side as Jovelle because I like my houses to be really like realistic. Yeah. I want you to give your gallery name, your EA ID. Do you know it? Is it Shannon?
I didn't know mine either.
Oh, my username?
Yeah.
It's really cool girl 23. I couldn't think of anything more creative, and I tried to put it as Shannondorf and like all these other names.
So I'd say Shannon's playstyle is like
fun.
It's
you actually enjoy the game.
It's absurd. It's absurd.
You should talk about the build that you made that's on the gallery. I downloaded it on my game. Shannon made a mood.
Yeah, I tried to find that on my thing and I couldn't find it. But I made this place and I wanted it to be like a mood place where like every room is each mood. Mm-hmm. So you walk into the room and you're immediately just like enveloped in that mood. Paintings or just like furniture and like
it
just
has that
items.
one, you know, the lamp that you get from maxing out the mixology skill, and it's like a martini lamp.
But like
I don't know anything.
Jovelle fakes playing The Sims, you
know.
guys. It's a conspiracy.
My entire life.
I swear, all she cares about is John Waters. Yeah, what's your like dream life you give yourself on The Sims?
Painter extraordinaire, and
Same.
I usually don't work for my money and just mother load it, and then make a super cool house and
cats, lots of cats.
I mean, actually I just got the pets.
That's right.
So I don't have cats. But yeah, I usually have like whoever I'm dating at the time is there. We like make out and like then I get bored. I don't spend a lot of time on myself.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill your neighbors. Shannon, if this doesn't get edited well, Shannon's neighbors keep opening and closing the sliding door.
In or out, bud.
So you just make yourself like a famous painter.
Yeah, and then I usually just get bored and then I move on to something else.
I never play my Sim self.
Exactly, I play my Sim self probably the most. I try every new pack with my Sim self, and then I have you guys. Well, we're 30 minutes in. I'm sure I've got like 10 minutes of audio.
25 minutes, and don't lie, Gabby.
27.
26.
Yeah, check out my mood place.
59.
I'm the one who's been recording
my
this
mood
whole
place
time.
is dope. I worked really hard on my mood place.
Yeah.
If you want to feel like flirty,
is
ready
each room
to go
like
up.
a different thing? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Each room's a different thing. It's like a different theme. And then right when you get in the room, you're like, I'm flirty now. Or you're like, I am energetic. Or whatever.
I think David did something like that. Darvis,
really?
Sorry. You guys are really similar. Yeah. He had like a million different Sim selves and they all had different personalities. It just really
that is weird.
Real with him because he has like 45 different personalities, so it makes sense.
I'm gonna kill your neighbors.
Why are they doing
for real?
What is happening? We need to tell them to shut up soon. if they keep going on this way.
I cannot.
I will. Okay, I just want you to talk about what The Sims means to you.
The Sims is just so much fun. I played video games growing up. I played Nintendo 64. The Sims...
You're wearing a Nintendo 64 shirt right now.
My brother played The Sims a lot, and I would just, like, watch him play, and just, like, I would play that for hours. Like, once I got into it, like, after I realized that Sims was more than just the dog, which I was really excited about.
The dog that doesn't move.
Yeah, the dog that doesn't move. Because as a 7-year-old girl, I was like, there's a dog! And then I really wanted to play the game, and, like, you feed the dog. And there's more to it. And it's just, The Sims is so funny. There's so much humor to The Sims. It's like,
Sims 2.
they pee on the floor, they get
Sims
trapped,
1 and Sims
they
2.
die, lots of shit happens.
Bit, yeah.
And it's very comical. It is extremely comical.
What would you say is, like, the funniest thing that's happened to you on The Sims?
Oh my god. I mean... Is it death? Is it pee? Is it...
It's a death, is it pee?
Either one of those is probably gonna be the winner. I mean, when the Grim Reaper, like, tries to, like, talk to you and, like, flirt with you and, like, make jokes with you, just do human-y stuff with you, that's always hilarious. I love that. I love that a lot. And killing Sims... Okay, fires... I remember just being a kid and just the whole fire thing was always so horrible and funny at the same time. Because when you, like, first play The Sims, like The Sims 1 or The Sims 2, you save... I mean, even the newer ones, you have a save spot. And if your sim is... If fire happens out of nowhere, because they're just, like, cooking pancakes or something, and then they catch on fire... And they're screaming at the fire. Gabby's about to yell at my neighbors. But yeah, there's a fire. And they're just like, your sim, you would think in real life, there's a fire in your house. You would like, call 911, leave the house. But the Sims like basically just stand in front of the fire and have a panic attack. And it's really funny but really tragic because then they stand there and yell at it until they die.
Go yell at him, Gabby. I swear to God. I don't care if he has headphones in. Yell at him. He's inside now.
I leave the stove on in my home many times.
Oh, that's
I leave
terrifying.
the stove on in my home.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Sims dying is funny. Sims fires are funny.
That's another thing I was going to say.
Reaper's funny.
Do you remember one of our favorite things to do when we had The Sims when we were like 7 years old was we had the genie lamp and we would go to the genie lamp and we would like make a wish to set a fire.
Yeah.
Is it? No.
The genie lamp.
I don't think so.
I used that so much, but I used it to get money before we knew the cheat.
Yeah. And then you could wish for death and you like either it would kill a sim that you wanted to kill or it would kill you if it went bad.
That was great.
They need to bring stuff like that back.
You just walk up to it and then you click it and it's like rub. And then you just press rub. And then you do that like 3 times or something. And then the genie's just like, comes out. It's great.
Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4. Which one's your favorite?
Can I pick 2? I don't remember Sims 2 a lot. But I'm going to say Sims 1 is one of my favorites just because it's the first one I ever played. It's hilarious. It's the characters, it's just really, like, the graphics are so bad. I think if I played it now, it would be so entertaining. The walking, just, like, the walking motion is so, like, robotic, and, like, they get stuck in places more easily, but it's great. And, like, the robbers can rob your whole swimming pool in a bag, which is really funny.
Okay, I'm going to stop you real quick. Robbers.
Yes, let's talk about that.
When we were little kids.
Because it was so scary. We were playing The Sims and no one was home.
And we were 8.
And we were like 8. And the robber came into our game, but we hadn't really experienced the robber yet. And this scary music plays when the robber's coming. So you're just like living your Sims life.
It's kind of like if a shark is coming up to you in a movie.
So you're just like living your life, like doing normal stuff with your Sims. And then you hear like this like music just be like, and you're like, what the fuck's happening? And then there's like a robber in your house and he's like super scary. He's like wearing a stripy suit and like a hat and like, and when you're a kid and you hear the scary music, And it's just scary. Video games are scary when you're a kid. They really are.
And we were home alone.
Yeah,
at
we were
8 years
home
old.
alone, and it really it rattled us
that's me
so
now.
much that we had to stop playing the game for a little bit. And it was like, yeah, that's how scary it was. Those are the parts I remember. Really.
Yeah, we basically
it's the music mostly.
Yeah, we got spooked out by the music. The robber came. He stole a bunch of our stuff. We were sad about that.
We were scared.
And
I don't know why we were so
afraid that a
scared.
robber was going to come in real life because we started going.
It was really scary when the robber came in the game. We were like, "What do we do?" I mean, my parents worked really. They both worked full-time jobs.
My parents did the same thing. We always were left home alone.
So we were used to it. But still, you guys, just imagine the scary music as a child, and just robbers coming, invading your home, and stealing your things. That's really not cool, and it's really scary.
All right, so I'm going to go back to our previous question.
Okay.
So you like The Sims 1 for its humor, basically.
I really do.
And then what are your other favorite games from
Okay,
The Sims?
Sims 3.
The color wheel.
Really great because of the color wheel. That is the main thing. I would
the design
spend
tool.
hours building houses, and every single thing in my house, I would utilize the color wheel. I loved it. I thought it was freaking so fun. I spent like hours building houses or doing whatever, and I would spend way too long just picking the color of a chair, which I couldn't do that in The Sims 4. And when The Sims 4 came out and there was no color wheel, I was outraged. It wasn't as fun. It wasn't, and I had like 4 chairs to pick from. There was like no selection when I first started the game because I didn't have any packs or anything.
Okay, so the memory that I have that's like the strongest that sticks out from The Sims 3 with you is that we had Chelsea make her Sims cell phones because she didn't really ever play The Sims. And we were showing her The Sims when The Sims 3 had just came out and we were in high school. And we were like, oh, make your Sim self. And she like had really bad self-esteem
and she
problems.
made like a unibrow and stuff.
So she made a unibrow. She did like basically all the ugly presets they have for The Sims to make funny Sims, basically.
Yeah.
Or realistic. If you got a unibrow, you're not ugly. I've seen some hot-ass girls with unibrows. Mm-hmm. She made, like, this really, like, the fattest sim you could make with, like wrinkles and, like a mustache. And then she put a nightgown on it with the brick pattern from, like, the walls. God. And then we were saying, she's a brick. I don't know how much of that I can sing without us getting copyright. So I'm going to stop right there.
You can do anything as a parody.
So far, this doesn't have to be The Sims 4. It can be any of The Sims games.
Okay.
What's your favorite expansion pack, stuff pack, game pack, whatever it is?
I did play a lot of pets. That's the first thing that came to my head was the pets. I had a Sims game for the GameCube, Sims 3 Pets.
Where you ran the veterinary clinic?
I think that was in it. I was in middle school, and it was the first time I had my own room at Timbertop. At my old house, and it was a really small room, but I would like come home from school every day and just go in my room and go on my bed and play that on the GameCube every day until I went to bed.
I had it on,
and that was probably not healthy at all.
I had the Nintendo 3DS. That's what I played it on. And
I played that on the 3DS too. I played it on the 3DS too. They were different, but I played that on the 3DS and the GameCube. And yeah, probably the pets is the expansion pack that I've experienced the most and I've played the most because I love mammals and I love cats and I love dogs. So,
Shannon, what celebrity would you like to see pair up with The Sims?
Sarah Silverman, Kristen Wiig, Jack Black.
Yes.
Ooh, Jack Black.
Michael Cera.
Wow.
Jonah Hill.
Can you imagine Jonah Hill and Michael Cera pairing with the Sims to make their
that would be whatever happened. It would be hilarious.
Super bad.
Super bad.
Imagine a super bad paired with a Sims like that.
It would be like
that would be iconic. It was like when Sims 2 was out, maybe.
It would be like bringing the basemental drug mod into The Sims.
Yeah.
Alana Glazer.
Mm-hmm. Wayne Brady?
Wayne Brady.
Drew Carey was in Sims
Drew
1.
Carey was in
according
Sims
to
1.
our house liar.
According to the person who
Our resident
and
liar
all the
who's never
other
played The
people in
Sims.
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
This is how
Ryan
a whole
Stiles.
Line Is It Anyway expansion.
What do you think is missing most from The Sims 4 from all the previous games? Or
The
something
color
new?
wheel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And farm.
Everyone wants a farm.
It's
I want
gotta
chickens.
be the next
I
expansion
want
pack.
chickens.
Like I said last episode, I would kill for a pig.
I want to put 500 chickens on my
Sparkle the
lot.
turkey.
And I want to
Rip.
collect those
Sorry,
eggs.
I drink for my homie.
I want to collect those
Sparkle
eggs.
the turkey.
Yeah, Sparkle, R.I.P., love you.
Sad.
She
Sparkle
was
was
a great
Shannon's
lady.
turkey.
She was a big fat white turkey, but she died. Miss ya.
So we know your aspiration in The Sims would be painter extraordinaire. Do you have the traits up?
Oh shit, do I have to pick vegetarian? Vegetarian, childish, music lover.
Oh, gotcha.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
You know, my sim I made of you, I made when you were really sad, and I made it a gloomy sim, and then I changed it recently because I've noticed you're happier.
I am happier. I was gonna put gloomy. I thought about putting that as one of
My sim is hot-headed
I think
every
my
time.
sim is gloomy. I think I said that on mine, but I'm gloomy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm depressed as fuck.
Let's just all add gloomy to our.
Yeah, we're all depressed. Let's just
We
add
we
gloomy to
suffer
ours.
from depression.
If
so-
you could live in any Sims world, this is all the games also, which one would you live in?
Ooh.
You know them.
I don't know them, but Willow Creek is like
That's my
That's
bitch.
where Gabby lives.
I choose that one. I think because it has like the water and like just cute little.
Have you been
it's
to the
just-
secret
It's
lot?
quaint.
Sylvan
It's
Glade.
quaint.
If you go up to a tree in Willow Creek and you water it and you talk to
Yeah.
it.
No,
Sylvan
Gabby,
Glade.
you told
I
me
didn't
about
know
that. You told me about that.
Okay, so there's this really wild tree. I think if you go to the Creek Cabana lot, right behind it, there's this like really big tree, and it's got like mushrooms growing off of it.
yeah,
and
there's
stuff.
like magical shit in this freaking Willow
and
Creek.
you go up to it and you like talk to the tree, and then you water it. You get like a bunch of options, and then it'll say, like go, enter or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you basically have to click the options. You know how it gives you basically go through like a choose your own adventure thing, and if you get through, then it takes you to Sylvan Glade, which is like this beautiful world where basically mostly what you do there is fishing, but like it's got like a pink hue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you a picture.
Yeah,
Gabby-
I
you
know what
see-
you're talking
okay.
about.
Gabby told me about that, and then I did it, and I was like, fuck.
So we changed Woohoo Marry Kill to Woohoo Marry Remove Pool Ladder. So between these three Sims, who would you woohoo, marry, or remove the pool ladder? Bella Goth, Mortimer Goth, and Don Lothario.
I mean, I'm gonna woohoo Bella Goth,
Big bi energy.
and I mean, she's the hottest. I'm not
Yeah.
interested in the other two. If they had long hair and like were cooler, maybe I would. But and
Mortimer's got that mustache.
Mortimer's got that
Right.
mustache. I'm gonna go ahead and take the ladder away from Mortimer, and then wait, what's the other one?
Mary.
Oh,
So you're gonna marry Don
I'm gonna
Lothario?
switch it around. Kill the
The player dude, Don Lothario.
husband,
Oh, you're gonna kill Mortimer.
Mortimer,
Ooh,
and
remove
then
that.
I will marry Dawn.
There we go.
I will woohoo Bella, and I will put the pool ladder
That's a mistake.
with the
Yeah.
If you can accept Dawn's cheating ways, then like that's like really
I'll
strong
accept
of you.
it. I'll just cheat as well. It'll be fine.
That's perfect.
This
So
is
basically,
healthy.
we won't be
This
married.
is healthy. This is healthy.
So there's been some technical difficulties. There's been some trains, and there's been some drinks.
Drunk Jovelle.
Jovelle's juice.
Dead laptops.
Oh, yes. Shannon's laptop died. But if you want to find her on Twitch, she's Shananimal, I found out. You're welcome.
Animal on a Redbubble too.
Buy her stickers.
Yeah, she has beautiful cat stickers.
It's Shannon Animal.
Beautiful.
But it's
So we're going to wrap this interview up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Shannon, do you have any last thoughts?
have a great time simming out, guys. It was nice sharing my stories.
I'm glad you didn't come on here
and having a great time.
and pretend to be a sim like you planned on.
Abadoo, Abashwe.
Jovel, last thoughts?
That'll be great.
I'm drunk.
And we're back. Wasn't that just such a good interview?
Wow. I love my friend.
My favorite part was how drunk we were.
And how loud her neighbors were and how we were trying to get Gabby to go out and yell at them.
I haven't edited it yet, so
I listened to most of it. You couldn't hear it that much.
Okay, well, I'm gonna definitely leave a little bit of us getting pissed off.
Yeah, I was like, I'll go out there.
The neighbor would not stop opening the fucking sliding glass door.
I know.
I swear, people, it was like he had a lit cigarette on his porch and he was going outside, taking a drag of his cigarette, going back inside and like playing video games or something.
Yeah, and it was the loudest sliding door in the world.
10 seconds later to hit the cigarette again. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah.
And every time I would try and go outside to confront him, the one time he was actually still out there, he had headphones on and was facing away from me and I couldn't get his attention. And then he just walked back inside and then every other time he just wasn't even out there.
Yeah, and it sounded like thunder. Like it was so loud and like the whole house was like shaking from it.
So we're gonna move on to our challenge now.
Yeah.
Our monthly challenge didn't get as much traction as we were hoping.
No one loves us.
Please,
love us.
do our challenge. Well, we have a winner because we had one entry.
That I forced to do it last minute, the day of our podcast.
So if you didn't hear on the last episode, our first monthly sins challenge was to make over Bella Goth or create a haunted house. So you want to announce our winner for the...
Okay.
We don't have a build winner.
No, because no one did it. We're the winners. It's the friends we made along the way.
We all win.
Which is no one, because no one cares. So the winner of the Bella Goth Makeover Challenge is my cousin, Alexis, and her EAID is My Name is Alexis, but the My has 2 Y's. And I believe that's her Instagram, too. She's really hot. You should go follow her. She has, like, a vintage thrifting Instagram. She has an art one. She makes dye.
For this episode's build, we want you guys to make our favorite person in the world, who I think I've brought up multiple times in this episode, Lizzo.
Yeah.
We want someone who is Lizzo, has Lizzo energy.
Yeah, your own personal Lizzo.
Whatever that means to you.
Big dick energy.
BDE.
Yeah.
We want that Lizzo energy. So if you would like to enter that in, just hashtag WoohooPodCAS.
Yeah.
On the gallery, Instagram, Twitter, basically wherever you want to post it.
You can just tag us.
Yeah, tag us.
In your post.
Send it to us on our Gmail, woohoopodcast@gmail.com. And then if you would prefer a build, you can build a home built for a queen.
A queen!
Such as Lizzo. It can be a castle. It can be a she shed. Anything in between.
Yeah, if we like it, then that's good.
Yeah, we're not hard to please.
No. We'll take the scraps. If you just put a toilet on a lot, I'll take it.
If you hashtag it, woohoopodbuild, it's entered.
And if you hashtag it, sorry, Drew Carey, then you'll get extra points.
Yeah, brownie points.
For sure. Yeah.
2 Plum
Exactly.
Bobs.
And then we'll, like, retweet your shit, shout you out.
Hell yeah.
Say your name on the podcast.
Speaking of shout outs. So I did want to shout out first and foremost our podcast best friends over at Black Me Up Podcast.
Yeah.
My friend Day, friend, coworker, I guess we're acquaintances. Day, we're friends now. They've been shouting us out and pumping us up. I give almost all of our listenership credit to them. They have a big audience.
Yeah, they really are helping us out, and it's just really nice.
So go ahead and go to @BlackMeUpPodcast, I believe, on Twitter. Go give them a listen and a follow on Podbean.
I actually have a shout out too.
Yeah, go for it.
I also have a friend who's doing a podcast, Erin. It's called Tangents and Tangerines. It's just kind of random. Like, they did one where they just did, like, Truth or Dare. They did one where they read, like, this whole Cosmo article about, like, the best 100 things to do during sex, which number 1 was, like, it was so weird. It was, like, take a video of yourself giving virtual head. That was number 1.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna
but you should go. They're really good. It's Liz and Erin, Tangents and Tangerines. They don't have a Twitter. I asked them. They do have an Instagram, and I know they're on Spotify, so you should listen to them because they're very funny.
And then I have a couple more shout-outs.
Cool.
One from Instagram. We just got, like, a really awesome message saying, like, hey, you guys are awesome, keep going, from Fiona B. Thanks. Fiona is not a penguin on Insta. Yeah, she sent us a really sweet message. And then Stephanie at Happy Simeg on Twitter, she, like, tweeted about us, shouted us out on her Twitter. Thank you so much, Stephanie. And then I also wanted to shout out at The Sims 4 _news on Twitter because they post, like, a lot of articles that you don't find on the Sims community. I'm gonna link it in the description. There's a Sims magazine you can subscribe to. I heard about that. And awesome. I'd love to talk to the creators of that. Yeah, seriously. If anyone knows how to get in contact with them, or if they just so happen to listen, reach out to us. Otherwise, we're manifesting we're gonna be in contact. I want to do an interview with them. That would be sick.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
One day we'll get Drew Carey, too.
You know what? Number 1 for me, Plum Bella and Stepho Sims.
It's so funny that I'm the one that was like, you remind me of Plum Bella. You should listen to her. And you were like, I don't know. And then, like, a week later, you're like, I love her.
Yeah. Stepho Sims is her best friend. So I feel like it would be fun to get them on. Yeah. And have us, like, all talk about the Sims. Oh, that would be a dream come true.
That would be the dream.
So if any of you know Plum Bella.
Yeah. Plum Bella. We love you.
We do. Fuck the haters.
Yeah, seriously.
Keep doing you, girl. You're my favorite Sims YouTuber, and I watch a lot of YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she just, like, it doesn't feel fake. It's very authentic, and I think that's important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's very open about her mental health, which I appreciate.
Which I love.
Mm-hmm. Any other shout-outs? You got anything?
I think that's it.
All right, well, I guess that brings us to the Simlish word of the month, which is...
I already forgot it.
I had to tell her
Badish
5 times. You got it.
That's
Badish. Which means thank you.
Wow.
And thank you so much for listening to episode 2.
Badish.